Another direct reading from the book Christianity is Insanity: How the World's Most Popular Religion is Based Upon a Fictional Book, Part 1 by William Peters. Again from the chapter 6, The Zombie, discussing the fictional death of Jesus, Part 2. Matthew and Mark next agree that then one of the bystanders ran and got a sponge, filled the sponge with sour wine, and then put the sponge on the end of a stick. How long would this take? How far did the man have to run to get the sponge and find the sour wine, and find the right stick, and pour the wine onto the sponge, and tie the sponge onto the end of the stick? I mean, it's not a play on a stage where all the props are placed together off stage, waiting for the moment to appear in the script. And the man had to think first of what he was going to do. He had to think, "Hey, I'll help this man out by giving him something to drink. Let's see, how am I going to do this? Aha, I'll go find a sponge. Hey, does anyone have a sponge?" And on and on and on. And when he found a sponge, was it a clean sponge? Or had it been used for cleaning purposes, and there was soap all throughout the sponge, and he had to spend minutes pouring water over the sponge and squeezing the sponge to get all the soap out? I mean, it would not make sense if this bystander who was running around looking for a sponge to have found a sponge that had previously been unused and was brand new, especially since we are talking about 2,000 years ago when there was no convenience store around the corner that had sponges sealed in plastic wrap for sale. It was most likely unusual for this man to even find a sponge at all. Did people carry sponges with them back then? When you are out in public with a group of people, do you carry a sponge with you? How long would all this thinking and finding and doing take? Quite a while, in my opinion. Definitely many, many minutes long. Maybe even 30 minutes to 1 hour. And of course, here is Jesus seconds away from death, hanging on a cross, with heavy loss of blood, in intense pain, weak, crying out loud, and then all of a sudden someone sticks a wet sponge in his face, full of sour wine. What does the Gospel according to Luke state regarding the wine sponge stick story? It is completely different from all the other three biographies. The Gospel according to Luke 23:36. The soldiers also mocked him, coming up and offering him sour wine. So according to Luke, it was the soldiers offering him wine, and in a mocking fashion. It wasn't the great wine, it was sour wine, and especially the soldiers knew this because they were mocking him. So in Luke, which totally contradicts the other three Gospels, Jesus being offered sour wine was a version of laughing at him, whereas the other versions are there to help Jesus live his last few seconds with reverence and respect. Is this crazy? How can anyone believe any of the Gospels? Christianity is Insanity: How the World's Most Popular Religion is Based Upon a Fictional Book. For more thoughts regarding this situation, go to Amazon.com or Lulu.com to purchase this book. You may click on the link provided. Thanks.